What is up, you gorgeous, fabulous creatures? Welcome to a brand new week of the Losing It podcast. You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach. As always, if you're loving what you're hearing and you want to hear more, please remember to send me, don't send me anything, please. Please go ahead. Feel free to share a review. I would be so grateful to you. That's your Disney rhyme for the day, because that is how we're going to empower women around the world and spread the message. That is the thing that matters the most. If there is only one thing I could leave with you today and you were like, Kylie, I've got 4 seconds to listen to something and then I've got to go, listen to this. You deserve to fucking feel like the most powerful woman in your world. Nobody and nothing has more power than you. Not the weight on your ass, not the people who tell you you'll never lose weight, not the person or the man or the woman who tells you you're not good enough, not your dickhead boss, nobody. You are the most powerful force in your world, and today's podcast is going to show you why. So my darlings, I've been thinking a lot about this lately, and I'm going to share some of the key bullshit lies that you tell yourself that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you feeling disempowered, that are keeping you struggling with emotional eating and your weight and feeling like this is a never-ending cycle that you just can't escape. If you're anything like me, I struggle with my weight for 30 years, so I fucking know what it is like to feel like a big, fat piece of shit. And like you just have no power in your own life. We didn't even have, I was going to say you Google, but we didn't even have fucking Google in my day. I was like searching magazines and talking to people and like, what's the newest diet that I can try? Because I thought I can't do this myself. Today, I'm going to show you can. And here are the stories that you're telling yourself and the things that are keeping you stuck. And once you start removing these layers, you will start to see the weight come off. Because this is what I tell private clients all the time, and all the girls in my membership know this and understand. It is not what you're doing that's the problem. It's not what you're doing that's keeping you struggling with emotional eating and stuck in weight loss hell. It's not what you're doing. It's what you're not doing. It's who you're not being. You're being a piss weak, pale imitation of your true self. Your true self knows she's a damn powerful queen, and your true self is ready to step up to the plate and take control of these last few months of the year so that you can slide on into the new year with power, feeling and looking fucking amazing, and not letting anyone or anything stand in your way of your goals ever again. So if we're going to talk about the biggest lie that the diet industry or anybody else will ever tell you, and I promise you, all of you have fallen for this in the past. Most probably a lot of you are damn well believing this bullshit lie right now. It's that the food is the problem. Oh, that food is the problem. Oh my God, don't bring that food in the house. I can't control myself around that food. Once I start eating, I can't stop. Lies from the devil, honey. Lies from the devil. It is not the food that's the problem. Can I just get all up in your face? I'm going to tell you what the problem actually is. It's your lack of integrity. It's your lack of boundaries. It's the promises that you keep breaking to yourself. That's the actual problem. When you start cleaning up that shit, then the weight loss will become exponentially easier. You can keep cookies. Ooh. You can keep cake, cookies, chocolate, all those things. You can have them in the house. Some of us, it's just damn well bread. We feel like I can't even keep bread in the house because we restrict carbs so much, and everybody tells us now online, carbs are the devil, don't eat carbs. Ooh, and then somebody brings you a crumpet or a piece of toast and you feel like you got to have an exorcism. You call your priest and have an exorcist to get this damn bread out of the house because it's too tempting for you. That is not a thing. What is a thing is you having zero fucking integrity and zero boundaries, and you are not keeping the promises that you make to yourself. When you say, I'm going to raise my standards, I'm going to go for my dreams, I'm not going to let anything or anyone stand in my way anymore. And then next minute you're hoeing down on a billion pieces of cheesecake and chocolate because somebody left it behind and you don't want it to, quote unquote, go to waste. That's some bullshit choices right there. And you can do better than that. Don't tell me that you can't. The second lie that you are telling yourself that is keeping you stuck right now is that hunger is an emergency. So many of you cute little babes are eating now when you're not hungry in case you get hungry later. Oh, well, what if I can't eat for another 3 hours or 2 hours or another fucking hour? I'm sorry, nobody in this bloody environment that we live in is going to starve to death in a fucking hour. Food, honeys, just be really, really honest with yourself. Food is never more than an arm's reach away. In the society that we live in, if you are lucky enough to be listening to this podcast, I can get truckloads of food. I can get a shit ton of food in my mouth within 4.2 seconds if I really, really needed to. And I'm right here in my house. But if I was on the road, there's every gas station, every fucking derelict on the street has got some food stashed somewhere that I'm sure they'd be prepared to share with you if you really needed it. Being hungry is not an emergency. You don't need to eat extra food now in case you get hungry later on. Hunger's just hunger. You're not going to die. Let's all say it together. I repeat, you are not going to die just because you feel a little grumble in your stomach. The third lie that is keeping you stuck right now in emotional eating hell and keeping you caught in a never-ending cycle of pain with your weight loss is that you are refusing to let go of the story that you need to eat perfectly, quote unquote perfectly, in order to lose weight. Oh, yeah. I don't even know where to start this. Okay. Nobody's eating is perfect. Perfect is not a fucking thing. When you decide that you're going to live a high quality life because you want to be a high quality woman, then not only will you get the life that you want, but thinness and skinniness and a cute little booty is going to come along for the ride. You don't even have to think about it. You don't have to focus on it. When you raise your standards in every single area of your life and you decide that you're not going to settle for less, you're not going to let some dickhead person treat you like you are less than the fucking diva that you deserve to be treated as. You're amazing. You're a queen. And listen, I know that a lot of these terms are very on trend at the moment, but let's just tear it down to basics. You're a child of God. I'm a child of God. When I sit back and really think about that, don't come at me and tell me that I'm not the most fucking amazing creature on this earth. I am. And so are you. And the lies that you have in your head that are telling you that you're less than that you can't achieve great things, that you can't actually have the life that you want. Lies, honey. You let go of the story that you need to eat perfectly. All the girls inside of my membership, we don't eat perfectly, but we all lose weight. We don't get out eating perfectly every single day, but we all are losing weight each and every week. That's the difference. That's the difference. If you haven't looked at the course yet, oh my God. If you haven't looked at joining the membership, head on over kyliepax.com/F the scale. So we'll say it together. You can hit the link in the show notes and just check it out, darling. That is where you're going to get all the support that you need, because the number one thing that we do in there is support. Support. The whole reason that you're struggling right now is because you don't have support. I could add that in as an extra belief that you're like, who will help me? No one's going to help me. I'll fucking help you. And I'll make sure. I was talking to some of the girls this morning. I said, listen, you better tell me what it is that you're going to do to rip this next kilo off in the next few days, because I'm going to fucking hold you accountable. And that is how we roll in there. I'm going to wrap this up with the last and probably most potent lie that you're believing right now, and it's keeping you stuck. And it's not even so much a lie as it is something that just happens. There are people out there, and let's just be really real with each other. There are people out there who don't want to see you succeed. And sometimes it's the people who you wish would support you the most, but secretly they don't want to see you succeed. There are people who will judge you when you start to change your life and make some changes. Your role is to decide, am I going to let their lame ass fucking opinion tear me down so that I keep myself small just to please them and I stop shooting for the life and the body that I deserve? Is that who you're going to be? I don't think so. Not on my watch. Know whose opinion matters and whose doesn't, because very, very often it's the people who you think should be helping you and supporting you who are the ones that secretly don't want to see you succeed the most. Because, honey, there are way more people out there who are talking about changing their life and getting their shit together with food than there are actually doing it. So your job after listening to this podcast is to put everything down, push everything else to the side, stop scrolling and get about making shit happen. And you can start that activity by heading on over to kyliepax.com/F the scale. Come visit me, or at least come visit me over on Insta at Kylie_Pax. You will find me over there. All the inspiration you need, all the hot tips, tools and tricks is what you're going to find over there. My darlings, I am sending you, as always, tremendous amounts of love. The only person who has the power to change your life is you. And when you stop believing your own bullshit and and step up and start taking the tiny little action steps that are going to incrementally take you where you want to go, that is when you've got what it takes. I'm sending you so much love. I cannot wait to see you again next week. Until then, gorgeous ones, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to kyliepax.com and join me inside of F the Scale so that you can stop emotional eating and start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources inside my past podcasts that will help you lose the weight without the BS. I'll see you next week.